Alrighty, well, hello, collective. How are you? I hope wherever you are in the world, you are happy, healthy, and safe. Collective, this is going to be general. Take it how it resonates. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I do offer personal readings if you are interested in receiving one from me. Information can be found in the description box below. Please take a moment if you haven't done so. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. Leave me comments. Let me know what you're thinking. I truly appreciate each and every one of you doing so, as it does help the channel. It is energy, okay? So it can be past, present, future. It could be your energy, your person's energy. It could be the energy of someone that you're thinking of or who's thinking of you. It could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Your wisdom and discernment are key in any reading with any reader. All right, show me clearly. Heavenly Father, Spirit Guides, and Angels. Most high message for the collective. Rihanna rings like a bell through the night. Would you love to love her? Alright, so Rhiannon could be somebody's name. You're definitely on someone's mind. Show me clearly. That's something that I'm getting. Yeah, we have protection here. Is there one more? With the swan. Swans made for life. And centering at the bottom of the deck is intention. Let's go ahead. This is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Moseley. Let me see. The overall is intention. Come on. Intention. It says this card shows a woman holding a vessel of water. Her gaze is directed and purposeful as she steadily pours the contents into the ether. Water has the capacity to shift form into liquid, vapor, or solid depending on which atmospheric conditions are present. Just as the atmosphere shapes the form of water, so too the power of intentions activates and shapes your reality. Drawing this card prompts you to complete your aims and intentions. Be clear that they accurately reflect your feelings, thoughts, and spiritual aspirations, and think deeply as to whether they are honorable and worthwhile. Reach for your highest potential. Events may not always manifest as you wish, but the purity of your intent will be recognized and accounted for. As written in King James Bible, as you sow, you shall reap. Okay, so may the harvest of your wise intentions be bountiful. Okay, I'm going to hold my thoughts here a little bit. We have protection next. With protection, as she guards the mysterious kingdom behind the portal. Okay. A golden sword implies readiness for action. The creation of the word is also a metaphor for life as it passes through the four elements: fire, water, air, and earth. To become an instrument of precision and beauty, like the sword, we too must pass through the initiations of life, which test our mettle in times of adversity. So you could definitely be being tested. Two regal swans, symbolizing the element of light, stand proudly as protection's feet. Swans do symbolize love, as they are loyal creatures that frequently remain with the same mate for years. The light of the sun and moonlight reflect the qualities of yin and yang, transcend the alchemy of opposites. By drawing this card, you can feel blessed in the knowledge that protection is at hand. Try to discern why this card has appeared today and observe its position within the spread. This will help you to define which areas are in need of awareness. Perhaps you've been feeling vulnerable or victimized by the world around you. If so, be mindful of your thinking, which is what we just were talking about here. So definitely being mindful of someone's thoughts or being mindful of your thoughts during this time. Quick judgment, I feel, is at hand. On a practical note, keeping your immediate space organized, clutter flee. Maybe somebody's having a problem with fleas, or you're wanting to flee. Okay, keeping your area organized and clutter free, clean is an effective way to protect your psychic energy. Courage and strength are both virtues that help sustain us through the uncharted waters of change and transition. Somebody could be moving. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little bit of that energy. And you know when you go through and you do that deep clean, okay, because you're leaving an area, it's like you need to mind your thoughts on that. That's very random and odd that came through. Somebody moving in haste. If so, blessings to you. There's definitely been an energy around of needing to flee an area, a relationship, something like that. I wish all the best to that. Yeah, absolutely. If somebody has gotten the courage to do so, congratulations. Centering here. The centering card invites you to align with your core essence and go forward in life from a strong position of unification. The temptations to define our reality through family, job, or achievements can distract us from our spiritual essence and clip the wings to our freedom. Life is constantly changing and calls us to be flexible and centered to survive. By focusing attention inward, you gain strength. So strength's been mentioned twice. To act as opposed to react. Yeah, so that's jumping to conclusions. To external influences, prioritizing core values and beliefs provides a strong foundation to realign your energies, creating a boundary between where you end and the outside world begins. Identifying this point is key to raising awareness amid growing external pressures of the Western world. Of the Western world. So somebody could have, somebody could be from another country, an Eastern country perhaps, no matter where you live, but the core values of the family are still there. Somebody could be in a situation that they don't appreciate. That's not what they wanted, but it's what the family wants. It's what the family believes, things like that being forced upon. There's been an energy in the last few readings of some possible abuse. Okay, not gonna lie. And I even talked about the abuse hotline, national abuse hotline, getting out, needing assistance. Somebody maybe has taken action upon that. Yeah, there's something about that minding your thoughts. They're your thoughts. Your hopes, your dreams. There's something about that. The pressures of the Western world. Somebody's not agreeing with something. Where status and possessions are often the measure of worth. That's the other thing that's been up. Somebody that's really like got to keep up with the Joneses, you know, got to buy more, bigger debts, bigger, you know, this, that, blah, 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 and people, family, and that being ignored. Because they've put so much focus on material things versus what's truly important. By conversing, conserving your energy for the development of spiritual progress, the pressures and illusions created by the outer world will be easier to identify. In the presence of tension or anxiety, sometimes we need to simply breathe to regain perspective as part of daily practice. Breathing techniques help anchor thoughts into the present moment and quiet the relentless dialogue of the mind. Yoga is also a proven way to help unify the mind, body, and spirit. Conserve your valuable energy for where, when, and how it is most needed. Once realigned, you will feel the benefit of meeting life from a position of centeredness and clarity. Okay. Yeah, that has... Yeah, because there definitely is something here about needing to act, take action. Somebody could have had their mindset on somebody else to have a relationship with, but because of family, because of whatever, I mean, it could even be like, I'm getting like older era type energy where things were arranged for the benefit of the family. Marriages were arranged, you know, kings and queens married and they didn't even know each other, or there was such a massive age gap, but it joined, I'm getting Spain and England, or, you know, France, stuff like that. It joined countries together. I'm not saying that you're the king or queen, you know, but it's that type of an energy. You didn't always want to. Maybe you were in love with the stable boy or whatever, or somebody else, and the Duke of Sussex, or I have no idea. I have no idea at this point. I'm just rambling as the thoughts are kind of spinning to try and make sense. It's almost like writing down words, you know, just to get a sentence out. It's like that. What is going on with this? Somebody could be in a position where they had to do that, and it's time to, yeah, with the love that would last, protection at the heart of this. Let me see what is going on with this. Heavenly Father, Spirit Guides, and Angels, Most High Message, please clarify for me, for the collective, their Most High Message. What's their food for thought? Clarify this message for me, please. And thank you. Oh, yeah, heartbreak is here. Did you see that just didn't want to come up with the rest of it? There's disappointment. There's heartbreak here. Yeah, maybe a death, a transformation. Somebody's leaving. Somebody is leaving a situation. Yeah, possibly moving over water. Somebody is at a distance. What the heck? All right. Who's watching too much Bridgerton, people? No, I'm just kidding. Show me clearly. Every time I use this vintage wisdom oracle deck, I get that vibe. So, yeah. Anyway, tell me about protection, please. Why is this here? King of Swords. Male or female, the King of Swords is typically very wise. Yeah, the Lovers. Somebody is stuck. Somebody, they're very wise. It's mind over heart. We have to be practical over this. Something is changing. Changing why? Ooh, because somebody feels deceived. The King of Swords can represent Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. It could also be an X. Whoa, okay. What we're not seeing here is somebody has been working to perfect something. Centering is where this landed. Somebody has been working here. Yeah. Balancing themselves out. Somebody very focused, working to perfect something. They have been blocked. Working, putting a lot of time and effort into something of lack, it not going anywhere. Suddenly, bam. Somebody wants to hold on. Maybe this is a situation for some of you. You could be having an argument over finances. Imagine that. The Lovers, the original card of choice. Somebody is stuck. They're blind. They're not seeing something here. But it's an 8, and they can easily free themselves. It's their own way of thinking that is keeping them stuck and trapped. Somebody is about to see something clearly and be ready to take action. Maybe action towards a love. We have the Hermit energy. Could be watching here. Somebody that can't stop thinking. Can't stop thinking about the need to go, to leave a situation. The stress, the hindrance here of not being able to forget about you. Needing to take action, but afraid of how it will be received. This could be somebody that, yeah, an ex-relationship, the King and Queen of Swords. Not the best of the king and queens as far as a romantic relationship, because they don't even see eye to eye. They both have different directions to go. They both are a little standoffish and cold. But there's somebody waiting for good news, for an opportunity. Resist. Somebody's waiting for somebody to forget about the past, so that the wheel of fortune can change, communication can move forward, and a partnership can begin. Somebody will come at that time. They're watching, waiting, stressing. They've really been going through something here. So obviously you can have an ex, okay? You can have an ex, and this is an ex from a long time ago. This could be somebody that never expressed themselves. They've gone within, realizing how things have been stuck, stagnant, how things could have changed if things were handled differently. Show me the King of Swords. Yeah, oh, that is not my true question. Oh, something is not yet. Okay. Yes. But it will take a while to be known or to manifest. It's taken a while. They're waiting. They've been waiting a while. What's my true question? Is this an X for the collective? You should pursue a different course of action. Let it go. Oh, maybe this is something that they need. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, this is something they can't get over, how you walked away, how you left. Why the Hermit energy? Could be searching for you, I'm getting. In their mind, searching. Somebody could be putting a lot of work and effort into finding you, watching you, social media, asking friends, all this. Show me clearly. Tell me about the Hermit. Yeah, that's what but they're getting a yes or no. Oh, you should pursue a different course of action. Somebody, they're coming with a yes. They're coming here. You're being advised no, possibly. Let it go again. You already know. The answer will find you. Some of you are going to need to, you might be quick to say no. Okay, you may be quick to say no to this, and you need to think about it. You need to do a little bit of soul searching. You need to center yourself here. You might be stuck in a certain way of thinking. Tell me about centering. Yeah, there is something coming towards you, an offer here. Something's been a long time. It's taken a long time. You've gained some information. I'm sticking with that first story that came out. Somebody's been waiting for you to forget. This could be you blocking yourself. Holding on to resentment, anger. Yeah, in order to take action. What you don't see is somebody wants a reconciliation from the past here. They want to come in and make an offer. They've done the healing, the work. This is an Emperor. Okay, they could have juggled you. They could have been a player. Maybe they were greedy here. For some of you, definitely are moving for a new beginning. Some of you are in a situation where you wanted that fire, that passion, that desire, that creativity, growth, and you are in a connection with something that halted you, that tried to stick you in a box. Domesticate is what I'm hearing. Male or female. I'm not talking just about doing chores in the house. It's beyond that. They tried to tame you. I'm hearing like a dying soul. Tell me more of this. Centering. Yeah, because somebody is coming. This is something that's been manifested. Yeah, since you've been gone. Coming to find you. Coming for justice. What's fair, what's deserved. The Emperor wants the Empress. Could be a King of Cups. That was giving, that could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. That was breadcrumbing, petty arguments, dramas, fighting over possibly drinking or something, fighting over too much celebration. And somebody was heartbroken here, became sneaky in order to find a way. This is like, yeah, this is like something that like cut off. Cut someone off their soul's path. Like, who Who has a right to do that? I'm hearing like, nobody puts baby in the corner, you know, kind of thing. And the disappointment. An opportunity arose, and somebody is now being judged by this. For some of you, they're coming at you with a vengeance. Yeah, because you went after your happiness. They see you comfortable, doing well. This irks someone as well. To see that they were not needed. Again, that energy of must have more, you know. It's toxic, controlling, obsessive. Somebody here is doing healing. Somebody here is in a relationship, shining, doing well, balanced. Somebody here is woke. And somebody watches this, and this is all they can think about. They're waiting for this. They're waiting for somebody to be devastated. They want to come back. They want a reconciliation. There's an age gap here. Intentions. Yeah, their thoughts here. The intentions, minding your thoughts. This is a focus on the devastation here versus the challenge of somebody's choices during a time. Somebody's coming in for justice. Yeah. Somebody moved here for what was fair. Now there's bickering, arguing. Or this is what they're waiting for. They're waiting. You're moving on. For some of you, you're moving on, and they're waiting, watching for your new romance to completely crumble. This can completely backfire, and they find themselves receiving exactly what they wish for you to have, or you them, however this goes. It's energy. You flip it as you need to. If at any point in time this is resonating, though, please hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you. Tell me more of the thoughts here. Yeah, somebody's moving forward. There is an opportunity here. But the challenge is they want to come forward. They want this opportunity. They want to see something end for you. That's the intention behind their thoughts, is that something ends and they swoop in and make the offer, but you know the truth. That's the challenge. That's why they're waiting for you to forget. Yeah, you offered this person that this King of Pentacles is ready to commit now. Okay, they want to settle down. They want this new beginning. But it's out of greed for victory. Yeah, because they're upset you left in the first place. There's judgment coming for this. It's bringing heartbreak to them. Queen of Swords. When it rings like a bell through the night, wouldn't you love to love her? Yeah. Queen of Swords, you know who you are. Okay, you know who you are. You're not playing. You want the real deal here. Yeah, the Empress and the Emperor. You're some of you, less is more. Some of you, you could have been married before. You could have children, and that together, and you're happy just doing you. Let me see. Let me see. 1975 could be of some significance. Rhiannon could be someone's name. Stevie Nicks could be somebody's name. Wouldn't that be awesome if I was reading for Stevie Nicks? Yeah. Not with this energy, but yeah, you know what I mean. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? Let's see. She is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine scarlark, and when the sky is starless. All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. So, the meaning of Fleetwood Mac's Rihanna is about a mystical, almost witch-like woman inspired by the Welsh mythological figure, a goddess of horses and birds, embodying themes of magic, transformation, and untamed spirit. Exactly, that's what I was getting. The untamed spirits, like they wanted to put you in a corner. They wanted to box you in and try and tame you. That was the energy. That's why I'm hearing Rhiannon. The transformation, a witch-like woman inspired by Welsh mythological figures. Though Stevie Nicks initially conceived the name from a novel, only later discovering its mythological roots, which deepened the song's eternal and captivating quality. The lyrics portray her as a mysterious free spirit who comes and goes, leaving listeners wondering if they ever could win. Her love, a powerful symbol of independence and allure. All right, so maybe somebody's seeing you like that. You know, damn, collective. You just, you got them all wondering, and wow, could I be the one? Could I keep her? Yeah, it's like you move on here. Next, I don't know. Yeah, can I keep her? Even if I give all the money in the world, can I keep her? Let's see what's going on with this. Yeah, rings like a bell through the night. Wouldn't you love to love her? Takes me to the sky like a bird flying. Who'll be her lover? All right, let us see. Let us see. Maybe he got this choice. Who will be her lover? Somebody's going to have a choice to make, possibly. Tell me about this. Records. Akashic records on this energy. Show me clearly. Heavenly Father, Spirit Guides, and Angels. Are you captivating people, collective? Huh? Collective, you out there captivating people? Show me clearly. Heavenly Father, Most High message. Tell me about this. What does a collective need for food for thought? Grounding, that's centering energy. You are being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it is time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling it brings. Maybe this is advice for you or for the people you're leaving around here. Let's see. Maybe it's also at some point you need to learn to plant your feet. That's for some, or yeah. We have potential here. It says here, you have far more potential than you realize. Don't put limits on yourself. Be brave and challenge yourself. Tap into your potential and you'll realize you could do many impossible things and create a wonderful life. That's what you do. Rihanna rings like a bell through the night. Would you love her? Takes to the sky like a bird. Takes to the sky like a bird in flight. And will be a lover. Yeah, there. You are collective. You're the potential. Maybe you need to pull yourself down a little bit. I don't get at all that you feel too much for yourself. It's you are answering a deep-rooted calling. It's almost like you can't help it. It's instinctive. It's in who you are. It's in your essence. Somebody thought they could trap you. Clip your wings. Now there's a rose in the garden. What? Not a rose in Spanish Harlem. There is a rose in the garden. This is not what I was looking for. I hear part of it. It's an older country song. There is a rose in the garden. It will bloom if you're sure. It's a romantic ballad about patience and nurturing love. Not Lynn Anderson's Rose Garden either. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometimes. I let go, I beg your pardon. Is it in the garden? Give me the lyrics. That's what I'm asking for. What the heck? This better be important, man. I have no idea. Spirit, you got to make this clearer. It's something about a woman I don't know, I don't know if I'm getting the songs confused because I'm only getting little bits and pieces, but there's something about a beautiful woman. I don't want to say too much. Dark hair, just a real beauty, and she was going to leave this man who loved her so much. But now, the story goes on, doesn't say so much, but leads to the fact that there's a beautiful rose that grows in the garden in the back and your mind can go from there. Song. Let me try this woman. A woman who was leaving him, and now a rose blooms in the garden. Help me out, whatever this is. A Rose in Paradise. That's it. It's Waylon Jennings. 1987 could be of some significance. It says that there's a rose. The main key lyric is that there's a rose out in the garden. Its beauty cuts just like a knife. They say it even grows in the winter time and blooms in the dead of night. What was that again? Oh, come on. Rose in Paradise. Give me the lyrics, please. Give me the lyrics. Waylon Jennings, Rose in Paradise lyrics. Her beauty, yeah. He swore he'd love her all his life. He bought her a mansion on the mountain with a formal garden and a lot of land, but paradise became her prison. That Georgia banker was a jealous man. That King of Pentacles can be a banker. There's something like somebody's so focused on money, like, oh, I'll buy you, I'll do this, I'll do that. He swore he'd love her all his life, but paradise became her prison. The Georgia banker was a jealous man. Every time he'd talk about her, you could see the fire in his eyes. He'd say, I would walk through hell on Sunday to keep my rose in paradise. He hired a man to tend the garden to keep an eye on her while he was gone. Some say they ran away together. Some say the gardener left alone. Now the banker is an old man, the mansion crumbling down. He sits all day and stares at the garden. Not a trace of her was ever found. Every time he talks about her, you can see the fire in his eyes. He said, I would walk through hell on Sunday to keep my rose in paradise. Now there's a rose out in the garden. Its beauty cuts just like a knife. They say it even grows in the wintertime and blooms in the dead of night. That's, again, Waylon Jennings, Rose in Paradise, 1987. That could be of some significance for some of you. It's putting these beautiful women, these fiery, passionate women, women that are forced into a relationship, maybe. They bit the temptation of money, of whatever that is. That's been like a theme. People falling for money, and that money can't buy me love, and the obsession on that, and the minding of the thoughts with what you're manifesting. Do you really want? For some of you, the message is, are you sure that money is what you want, that money is what you need? because Spirit is asking you to really do a check-in with yourself. Definitely ground yourself, really, really check in. If you really love someone, would you be clipping their wings? Trying to keep them in a house, creating a prison, paradise prison, and in whose eyes is it paradise at that point? And some people are falling for the control, not allowed to leave, all this kind of stuff. Some people are getting away from that. Thank God. Okay. And some, because this is general, you're in connections where you can't hardly breathe. You're so stifled. You know, it's not necessarily abusive, but it is abusive to your spirit. That feeling of control. Show me clearly whether control is coming from a partner or family, friends, people, expectations of you. Show me clearly. Yeah, beginning here. It says take the first steps and start a new journey. Don't be afraid to fail. There is a future only when there is a beginning. Seize the moment, be bold, and start a wonderful life of your own. Some of you, you need to go out on your own. Some of you, you're a child. They're a child of, not that you're a child still. Hopefully not a child watching my channel and listening to my mouth sometimes. Okay, just saying, you know, but you're someone's child and they've like programmed, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that, you got to go to college, you need to be this, and da 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 da. And you don't want to be that. You want to be a gardener or you want to be a waitress or something, a waiter, what you want to do. Something about that as well. Gratitude. There is always something to be grateful for, even in the darkest of situations. Now is the time to recognize what is going well in your life and what you are to be thankful for. So somebody is needing to pull from some inner strength. Somebody is needing to get to grasping. Yeah. Get to grasping. Pull down deep. The strength card was a couple times. Strength being mentioned. You got to dig deep. You got to pull this strength in you from deep down inside and be grateful for being taught how to access that strength that's going to push you forward. Something about that. Get you out of a situation, a transformation with the butterfly wings. Show me clearly. Yeah, and learn to listen. Listening is a sign of respect for others. Listening without interrupting and attentively makes the other person feel valued. By listening, you can understand that thoughts and needs of the other person and gain more knowledge and insight. Somebody really needed to do that. They had an opportunity to do that and they did not. Somebody could be a Leo. That's definitely a lion in the background there. Finding the strength to be listened, to be heard. That's significant for some of you. Yeah. Maybe there's a Leo that needs to learn to listen. Listening without interrupting. And connections. How do you move forward towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interests. If it's piqued by something, following those routes will help you, will help you discover your life's purpose. Huh. Different people listening. And then peace. Peace is inner tranquility. Don't sweat the small stuff and look at everything with a calm mind. Life won't always be smooth sailing, and peace will keep you calm through the ups and downs. So some of you need to drink some tea, maybe chill a little, relax. I was just going to say, maybe chill, relax. Yeah, don't strain yourself too much. Relax to move forward better. When you're tired, take a break and adjust your state to face its life's challenges with more relaxed mindset. Okay. That's a little cray-cray, huh? Dang. Somebody says cray-cray? Alright. I don't. Just say, I mean, I just said it, yeah, duh. But that ain't my go-to. Just saying. Let us see. What did that cut open on? Oh, the Fool with the High Priestess. Somebody's a secret new beginning here. Somebody is listening to their intuition and it's taking off. Show me clearly. Heavenly Father, Spirit Guides, and Angels. Somebody's getting a new beginning. Somebody's freed. Show me clearly. Courtship. You got a courtship coming up here. Froggy went a courting. He did right. Somebody here. Oh, somebody is facing the truth. False person in reviews. In reverse. Review. Somebody is reviewing something and discovering a false person. 444 could be here. 4884 could be of some significance. Marriage maybe. That changed. Something that was a gift. Three, 9, 8, 88, 98, 89, 38, 83, and ending. Something that you've been working at for a while. There's some lack here. Something is lacking within a home. Somebody is reflecting back here to an ending, the expectations that they had, and receiving justice, great fortune, messages of this, and a new pathway. Something is opening up, an official person. Emperor energy, news from a court, a lawyer. Somebody is older. Somebody tried keeping that rose out in the garden. Not, yeah, it's a change here with lovers in the home. A mature man, somebody passing. There's the rose. Roses are of significance. Maybe you're seeing lots of roses. Maybe your name is Rose. Unexpected income, sudden wealth, and somebody trying to take it. What's this change? From somebody in despair. Everybody. Somebody's sudden wealth here. Unexpected income because a main female's choice. Communication about an opportunity here that brought this. And then the thief coming to try and take it. The community, what they thought, yeah. Crying to everybody how broke they are. Now they're concerned about this. Somebody is crying, not you. You took something. You're taking something. They're the ones that work. They're getting people to back them. Like a bell through the night. Yeah, they're the ones that have to work so hard. Somebody is losing this. Now tell me about this. Actually, let me clarify over here. Show me clearly about the despair. Yeah. The challenge with they hear maybe through friendships here, something like this. It causes danger, caution, injury. A third person. Yeah, plans not working. Scheduled things, the fantasies for no help, no charity, no nothing. Somebody's mindset here, somebody is being gifted, like something always works. The challenges are friendships for whoever this is trying to cause harm and accident. Show me, tell me more about this. Yeah, there could have been a vow here. Yeah, the strategies, the thinking, the mind playing here. What's not seen here is they tried to confine this commitment, a binding obstruction, a contract, to go after this, to cause a change. It didn't go through. This, and now they're trapped. This third wheel. Triumphant, you're triumphant. I'm looking at the marriage card, these flew over here. So in the reverse, yeah, something is not good. Somebody here. Yeah, but they can't withdraw. They can't back away. They just sit and feel the loss. The goodness and all that, that's what changed this. They're trying to make people see you as this to keep you stuck. Merit making reverse. Why? Because they're stressed with all the bullying they did because of your blessings. Yeah, trying to stop the blessings. They're about to learn. Coach. Yeah, this is a huge transformation. They came endless, it says. Endless harm. And now they're stuck. They're trapped. And you're gaining. This is fated to you. This was fated to you. Yeah, they want to see if they can work something out. I don't think you even communicate with this person. What is this card, just out of curiosity? A wealthy man trying to compromise, third party. Is that the banker? You know what I'm saying? It's here. Tell me about this gift. Whoa, it came out in the sideways. This illness. Yeah, gifting. Somebody is sick about this. The fights, the arguing, they want to, it's like an apology is what I'm getting. Yeah, the promise here they tried to steal. Spirit gave a gift of a new connection. Something, yeah, they're protesting. But they can't, yeah, their inadequacy, trying to gain attention, it's not working. They can't protest this. This is your luck. It's a gift from Spirit. They can't take that blessing away, and they're beating you up, bullying you, and now they're stressed. Why are they stressed? Just to see if we confirm. Why are they stressed, Spirit? Yeah, because of the friendships. The lack of, or an alliance here, a connection. Why are they stressed? Why are they stressed and bullying? Yeah, a parent here receiving justice. Why are they stressed, feeling picked on? Pride, ego. Parenthood. So I said somebody could have parents. If this was a marriage, you could have kids. Maybe they have to pay child support or something. The justice here, they're trying to argue that it's not fair, but it's more in the upright. It is fair. Yeah, they're frustrated of your new beginnings. This energy has been around and around and around. All up in your business. All up in your business. But it ain't working. Their fantasies, all of that. Tell me, who's in despair? Bad health. Somebody's not doing well. In despair, trying to stop something. And look, the money pouring out to a mature one, like what they have to spend, what they have to give. The bad health card is a challenge, the wealthy man. Thief. Somebody's got to pay somebody. They're going to be ordered here officially because of choices they made with the Lovers, the change. They didn't want something to end. Whoa, this mature woman landed here in the upright. The Lovers. Yeah. Somebody's getting a divorce. Somebody realizes that they expect that they're with somebody that's just taking from them. Yeah. There's going to be communication soon. Yeah, it could be a child or somebody's greed holding on. Yeah. Somebody's got a love child, maybe. Yeah, that they took someone for granted. Somebody's getting the message of a child somewhere else. Well, damn. That's not cool. That's not cool. Huh. Show me clearly. I need more about this energy. Show me clearly. Justice. Flipping out. Somebody's coming into some money. A player energy possibly suddenly coming forward with some information. Tell me about justice. Somebody could be a Libra. Justice for this. Yeah, somebody didn't choose right. Somebody should have chose wisely here. There's confusion as to how somebody is looking good, doesn't need them anymore. They can't stop thinking about it. That's what the justice is. Somebody's being victorious, celebrated. Male or female, king, queen, doesn't matter. Yeah, a Queen of Cups, receiving an Ace of Cups. Yeah, somebody coming forward, admired. Somebody wants to see you lacking. Somebody here had a whole lot of love to give. They were admired. Maybe it's the decision they made. Somebody's decisions have changed. There's loyalty here with this. Somebody has lots of suitors, possibly. Yeah. Somebody was depressed with a King of Cups. A divine connection, but something was lacking. Somebody was misinformed here. That's the confusion, like misinformed. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Somebody's been waiting. Empress, the Sun. And then the fighting, the risks that they took, the actions that they took, leave them burdened. Justice, please. We could have had it all. Yeah, somebody's miserable. They want a new beginning. They don't like what they chose. They chose somebody with all the money. Somebody that was like the winner, the celebrated one. Versus the one that was coming after. Was somebody like chasing after someone here? And now they see this person. There's regret here. They regret doing this because they sit and think about all the time how they could have had it all. And now they're burdened. Now they're disappointed, wanting a new beginning. Well, who's this Nine of Pentacles? That's not who they flipped right out in reverse. That was not the choice to make. Yeah, Spirit tried telling them. They didn't listen. Yep, they made their choices. They tried controlling things. Now they've learned. Yeah, things have changed. It's for some, this is too little too late. Okay. Yeah, somebody has moved on. They're happy. All this is great. Yeah, it's a little too late. You walked in, I should have walked out. Well, it's a little too late to do the right thing now. Alright, this is what I have. Hopefully we get it something different, but yeah, I'm good on this. Oh, and I'm ending at 1:11 too. Alright, I will talk to you all later. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.